Now, as you probably already know, the latest and I assume final trailer for Avengers Endgame has dropped, and my fiance and I have just watched it about 5 times. And much like we did for the Captain Marvel movie review the other night, we're just going to start up the microphone and talk about what we just saw without first discussing it with each other. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
This is your friendly neighborhood Sailor Naboo.
All right, so why don't you tell me what you thought about the trailer?
First off, loved the trailer. I liked the setup. I like how it showed us some stuff,
It
but didn't.
show. Sorry, I didn't
No, no,
cut you
go
off.
go.
It didn't really show us anything new, which I liked. It just recapped It got you so excited because you recapped all these characters' journeys in just these little brief snippets, which is unlike what I'm doing and making 20 to 15-minute videos, discussing all these characters, which you should check out if you haven't. But I just love that it wasn't like it didn't show you any. It literally shows you almost nothing. It showed us that they're going to go into space and probably tackle Thanos again, but nothing. And one thing that bugs the hell out of me about newer trailers these days is they always want to show you the whole movie, and that didn't happen here.
What's interesting is in none of these trailers have we gotten really any Tony Stark. He was out in space by himself in the first one doing a monologue. He's still in space doing a monologue in this one. We don't see any Tony Stark, which is kind of amazing because they're saving that.
Well, I think they should. That again, that's what's beautiful about this trailer is they don't ruin anything because we know Captain America and Iron Man, they're gonna get back together and they're gonna hug it out and maybe might not be quite so simple, but they'll get back together. He's gonna give him back the shield and they're gonna go fight together, which is what I think everybody wants to see.
I do like that we get to see kind of what looks like Scott Lang's reaction to finally getting out of where he was trapped.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how long he's been in the microverse now because I know this movie's supposed to take place 6 months, I think, after the last one.
It's interesting to hear that Captain America is telling people to move on when he can't do it himself. When he knows these people can't do it, that they have to live a daily life, but how do you live a daily life when the unexplained just happened? When they just lost half the population of the planet?
But yeah, what do you tell everybody though? How do you explain what just happened? And from their point of view, they're probably not thinking, well, we can make everything right. I'm assuming they eventually will, but they can't be thinking, well, we'll just go get the Infinity Stones ourselves and snap our fingers back, and here we go.
Well, he's telling people to go on with their daily lives because I'm sure there's a lot of lawlessness that has arose in this
It's a lot
situation.
of lolliness as
I
well, I'm
mean,
sure.
a lot of lawlessness. But I mean, think of it. We see Hawkeye in the other trailer, and he's gone full Ronin. He's
Yep.
probably had a mental break. Something happened with his family.
I'm sure his whole family probably
And
got.
he's gone rogue, and he is just going after probably bad guys that are taking advantage of the situation and making things worse.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Captain America saying, "Hey, we need to move on," might also be to try and quell some of the lawlessness that has occurred.
I think you're absolutely right. I like that they showed in the trailer, they showed a moment with him and his daughter, though, if I remember right, his daughter in Avengers 2 was pretty young, and she looked pretty, I don't know, 10, 11 in this trailer.
I would say she looked older in this trailer. I would say this is a 13-year-old, maybe
Maybe,
12. But in Ultron, she was probably 5, 6. They don't give an exact age. Trust me, I have looked.
you you do like to look up your facts.
What's interesting, though, is this could be a setup for Kate Bishop. From the comic books, Kate Bishop is a younger, female-ish version of Hawkeye. She kind of was in the Young Avengers. She's kind of like a protege, which we do see him training somebody how to be an archer, whether that be his daughter growing up, be Lila, or maybe for some reason along the road there was an orphan somewhere and Fury said, "Hey, can you take care of this kid too?" Or who knows? We haven't seen his family since Ultron. We don't know what's going on. It's either his daughter growing up or it's somebody we've never met before, and it's kind of going to be our Kate Bishop.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like that takes place after the snap because he's all happy and cheery, and I'd imagine there's very few moments of happy and cheeriness out of him. So I don't think it's someone he picked up after the snap. Anyway, again, what I really like about the trailer is it focuses on the original team, which is, been one of my big fears, is that we're gonna, Captain Marvel comes in and saves the day. I don't want that. Again, it has nothing to do with the character itself. I just feel like the original team, it needs to be the ones who save the day.
I feel like that's what you're going to get. The trailer really showcased our main three. It showcased Iron Man,
Yeah.
Thor, and Captain America. We got some snippets of Black Widow. She changed her hair, again, Going back to original Red, like it. We see Hawkeye. He's kind of not in a good place, but he's going to be on the team. So it's kind of nice that they're showing us our 5. They don't show much of Banner though, which is sad. He's really not in the trailer very much. There's like a little thing at the end where he's walking with them in the spacesuits, but you can't really see that it's him because he's kind of being blocked by I think Black Widow's head's kind of blocking where he is standing.
Yeah, I was going to say it's actually the original 6, but we really get very little out of Banner in this movie, so he's probably still dealing with the whole Hulk doesn't want to come out and play thing.
Right.
Anyway, I think
Hulk's
by the end of the movie, I think Hulk's going to come out and play.
Yeah. Another interesting thing is we see Nebula with the spacesuit walking around with the rest of the Avengers. When we last saw Nebula, she was with Tony Stark on Titan. And now we know Tony Stark's flying around in the middle of nowhere by himself on the Benatar.
Yes, which is the successor of the
Milano.
Yes, for those who don't know.
So she's with the Avengers, she's with the group, but he was nowhere to be seen. Either they're deliberately not showing us that he's with them, or she left without him on her own ship.
How would she find the rest of the... I mean, how would she find the Avengers without... I don't know. I'm assuming Tony is with them and they're just not showing it.
Unless somehow Rocket was able to get a message to her. Because, let's not forget, those two became a little bit chummy.
True. Okay, let's move towards wrapping this up. Again, not a lot new shown in the trailer, which I was happy about. I like that it just kind of like, this is the journey of our heroes. They're going to go face their greatest challenge. This will be some of their final hours. I don't know. This is exactly what the trailer needed to be, in my opinion.
Exactly. It showed us where we came from, and it showed us where we are. Not where we're going, where we kind of just are, where we're left. We're left with questions and without answers. It was a great trailer to get you excited without giving you the movie.
Yeah.
Which is a big complaint, like you said, nowadays in cinema. It also showed us a little snippet of Captain Marvel. Like you said, I'm glad she didn't take over the trailer, that she was kind of a side note at the end.
Yeah.
But like Thor told us, we have to like her.
Let's not get started on that.
If Thor likes her, you have to like her at the very least.
I have no comment. And with that, we're going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you want us to do even more of these type of things and talk some Marvel and some Star Wars and whatever else we feel like. And so until next time, thanks for watching.
See ya.